Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I know I am like so comfortable right now in my robe and I'm gonna explain that, but I wanted to come on here and do our weekday discussion. It is actually midnight right now that I'm recording this video, and I wanted to make sure that I continue to stay dedicated and consistent and bringing these videos out to you guys, because this video is also going to be an encouragement to me. I think this is actually going to be a documentary for me, or just a reference video for me, just because I felt, encouraged to just kind of talk about what I'm kind of going through right now, I guess I can say. And I wanted to come on here and to encourage someone, encourage myself. But today's topic is going to be about don't allow distractions to make you lose focus. And that is the story of my life right now. I just changed around some things at my job, and it's just, me making some career changes, and in the midst of me trying to, strengthen my faith. And my number one thing when I decided to do this was to first pray about it and make sure it was God's will and purpose aligned with the direction that He has me going in. And then I also wanted to make sure that I don't get too busy with life again to where I end up back, not just solely dependent on Christ to get me where I need to be. So I want to just kind of talk about that, because I feel like I'm going to have to rewatch this video a few times. And then I feel like we're all going through this. Like, we're all just, life is just busy. It's hard. Sometimes it's easy. But it's when you're dealing with those hard moments in life where I feel like you have to really, really, really stand your ground. Stay motivated, stay focused straight on Christ and keeping Him first, because these daily life trials that come in our way is so easy, like, trip you up. So I want to come on here and just just kind of stay encouraged. So stand on course that is aligned with God's purpose for your life, and that is just constantly remembering to prioritize Jesus, and making sure that despite how crazy your day gets, that you always spend time, that personal quality time with Christ. Never get like too busy with life to where you're too busy with God. Like, now, this time around, like, I am just truly, no matter how busy I get, like even right now, like I'm doing this video, and then before I go to bed, even though it's late, I'm gonna go in my prayer closet and I'm gonna give God His time, because it's God's purpose on why I'm even able to be up and have the energy to do these things and to keep me encouraged. And I want to continue to thank Him and keep Him first, prioritize Him, and let Him know that, God, yes, I'm doing the things in this life that I want to do, and you're allowing me to do those things, but I want to make sure that I'm continuing to give you all the glory, honor, and praise. One other thing I want to kind of bring up an example of, because I told you guys in the last video that I've been on, reading the Bible lately, like chapter by chapter, word for word, started from Genesis. I'm now in Exodus, and just kind of having a revelation right now, even, is seeing all of these people in the Bible that God sent them on these journeys, or, tasked them with these difficult things. Just watching how, yes, we don't get all the full details about how they managed to, still be aligned with God's purpose and, fulfill His will in their life. But let me bring up Noah for an example. Like, Noah, I feel like Noah was probably like one of the busiest people, because he had to build this whole ark, and he had to go around and find all these animals, insects, like every creation that God made. Not only do he have to find them, but he has to find a male, and he has to find a female. Okay. And not only that, like, it took him to having to, stay focused on God's purpose, on the reason why he needed to build this ark, what He wanted him to do with this ark, and then the aftermath of having, the floods come. So with me having like such a busy life and no time, and trying to prioritize everything, I'm comparing my life to Noah. Like, I'm not even a third of what Noah had to go through and still be able to glorify God. Yes, I'm sure life was hard. He probably had his meltdowns, and he probably got discouraged, you know, building that whole ark. Imagine everyone that saw him building this thing and how they probably thought, you know, he was crazy. His family, I'm sure, probably thought, you know, he was crazy. Who knows? But I love how the Bible kind of just doesn't really go in detail about the unnecessary things, I'm gonna say. Like, Noah had a lot going on, and I'm so glad that God is allowing me to, you know, like really focus on the Bible, because I've really been able to like compare, you know, different people in the Bible that went through these things with my current life right now, and I'm like so happy and excited about that. And I'm so happy that I'm approaching the chapters to where, you know, the Israelites are just now escaping Egypt. And so this was actually the chapters that I was waiting to get into, because I feel like I've been stuck in the wilderness holding myself back from certain blessings for so long. And so I'm excited to start knowing like the full picture of this you know, experience. So I've always heard pastors and everything talk about it, but I never just actually read the chapter for myself. So I'm excited, and I'll definitely be talking more about those chapters coming up on these weekly videos that I'm going to be doing. Also, something else I want to talk about pertaining to this topic of not allowing distractions to make you lose focus is the most important thing that you need to remember is do not give up. Continue to keep at the course. Continue to ask God what you need. Continue to keep God your sole priority. I think about this song by Jonathan Reynolds. If you guys don't know him, he's a gospel singer, and his song speaks about, you know, make room. So the song just goes, I find space for what I treasure. I find time for what I want. I choose my priorities, and Jesus, you're my number one. So just with how my life is going right now, like I feel like that song is just like coming up in my mind more to like focus on and see. And I've always loved that song, but it's like right now in my life more than ever, that song is like shining light or magnifying right now. So I love how God works, and he introduces you to stuff, and then later on you don't even realize that you really needed it at that moment, you know. And then also remembering that God is faithful, and if you're starting out in a really, you know, horrible situation, or your life is just going too hectic, remember that God is always faithful. He's always hearing and listening to you, and always remember that prayer is very powerful. I'm continuing to be a living witness of how powerful prayer is. Like, go get your journal, get it written down, write your prayer list, make a prayer board, get you a place in your house where you spend that quality, intimate time with Christ, and then just really utilize that time to force yourself to make time every day, create those beautiful habits with Christ, with making sure that you're prioritizing him. So also just staying focused, you guys, on God's word, and making sure to keep aligning, making sure that you're praying to God that he aligns his will with your purpose in life, and that you follow those steps. And then I always pray for discernment and for God to show me, you know, if I'm doing something that is not, you know, of him, or if I'm doing something that's, you know, going to lead me down, you know, a horrible path. Like, I pray and I ask him to help give me the strength, help me to focus on what it is that, you know, I'm distracted by. Let me see it, like show me it and put it right there in front of me, and don't let me enjoy it. So I feel like Christ has been doing that a lot lately, like especially with my priorities, not my priorities, but especially with right now where my, you know, time is a little bit more limited. My time is a little more limited, and he's showing me that, you know, although it's being limited, I still have to make sure I find time for him. Also, I want to just bring up as well is don't give up on like people in your life that you're praying for. Don't give up for yourself. Like, stay strong and stay faithful, because the way that I'm starting to learn how life works is, and how God uses life to teach us, is a lot of times the journey, like I said in the previous videos, the journey is the strengthening, it's the training to get us to where we need to be, to get us stronger and, you know, exactly our mindset where it needs to be in our next season in life. I just wanted to come on here and just, like I said, I've been having some shifts in my life, and I want to make sure that when I'm posting these videos, I'm being real and I'm being honest and transparent, because life is never just always easy. It does get hard, and I want to be able to show you guys like what I'm going through to help me, you know, like stay on task and stay on course and stay focused on life with Christ. And so it's important to post these videos and show you guys, like with me, days I'm being positive and life is going good, and you know, but then also be vulnerable and come on here and show you guys that life will tempt you, life will, you know, challenge your flesh, and it's important that you keep your spirit and your soul and your mind and your heart strong in Christ, so that you can defeat these things of this world that tries to distract you and keep you down. So I just wanted to come on here and, you know, as I'm in the middle of the night trying to get this video to post, and, you know, just kind of encourage someone, encourage myself. But yeah, guys, so thank you guys for watching. I'm so excited to come on here and speak with you guys again. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I need to pray for you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. Until next week, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.